Happy Friday! So I'm gonna do a half marathon vlog, and this is Friday before I went and picked up my packet yesterday. I'll show you my bib and all my shirt and everything. I'm not sure what I'm gonna wear, but I did order some leggings that have pockets. CRX Yoga, I think it's CRX Yoga from Amazon. They're gonna come today. And some burgundy ones. Why not order a brand new pair? Normally I wear my black ones that have pockets in it so I can put my gel and my salt chews as well as fuel just in case I need it during my run. But those are coming today. I think I'm gonna wear those. I don't think I'll wear my shirt that they gave me unless I cut it up and do something funky with it. And then I am going into OneLife, about to get into the Normatecs so that I can hopefully work on my hamstring. And then I have to head back and coach one more class, and then I'm gonna fuel up. I'm not eating much because our bathrooms aren't working at the studio, so I'm so scared to like eat and drink because I don't need my food to run through me in the middle of class and I have to like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm gonna run out to Fresh Market, and that wouldn't be great. So I am like holding off to eat. I'll probably really carb load for lunch. I may get Chipotle. I do have to volunteer tonight for the Governor's Cup because that's how I was able to get half off my race, because I signed up to volunteer. Luna has the kids 1 mile run tonight at 6:45, so I'm going to volunteer and then get some pasta. I may get some or make some pasta, because the pasta that I have is like a high protein. It may have a lot of fiber in it, and I'm not trying to have a lot of fiber, which will like go through me. And tomorrow I have the poos. Normally, you know, right before a race or a competition or race or anything like that, like you get the nervous poos, so that's normal. But I don't want, because of the food that I eat, so I'm trying to like not consume a lot of fiber and protein. So I may just buy some regular pasta. I do need to go to Sam's and get some ground beef when I get done. But yeah, so it's the day before my half marathon. No specific half marathon training, just my regular Orange Theory training, just coming off of HYROX 5 days ago, 6 days ago by the time I run my race. So let's go in these leg compressions, these Normatecs, and work out my legs for 30 minutes before I need to go back and coach the noon class. It is the morning of my race, and I'm about to eat my bagel with a little honey on it. And then it's almost 5:30. I got a late start, so I'm just now about to eat. Milo's in here with me. Hold on. Milo's in here with me, hoping I drop something, but it's early and everybody's asleep. So I'm about to eat my bagel, and then I'm gonna tie my hair at the bottom, and I'm still debating if I'm gonna change my pants and wear garnet and black and then go get a running belt. So I'm gonna eat this and then gather all my stuff, and then I may go to Walmart so I can be there at 6 o'clock when they open. Milo, what are you doing? It's the morning of my race. It's actually 30 minutes. Yep. Oh wait, I forgot my earbuds. It's actually 30 minutes into my race, so I'm about to walk over here. I need my earbuds. I can't run 13 miles without my earbuds. Kyla's got me some sparkles on my face. I am recording with the front camera because I want to see myself. And I'm not gonna bring my DJI because I'm running, can't see, no pockets, but I do have a runner's belt. It's my first time using it, so we'll see how this goes. But quality's still good on my camera, but I don't have enough space to carry that too, so let me grab my earbud. Okay, we are headed back to the starting line or to go meet Kyla. I have my gel, I have finishing up my Celsius, I have my earbuds, my bib, I have to put that on, and I'm sparkling. Oh gosh. Yeah, let's go. my half marathon is complete. I earned this medal, all 13.1 miles. I finished at 2:05:46:06. I had a pace of 9:36, and I placed 17th in my division out of 26. Gender 116 out of 248, and I did it. So yeah, half marathon, bingo, card, board, square, done. That was one of the things that I wanted to do, and I wanted to run the one in Savannah this weekend, but Savannah's about 2 hours away from here, plus it was expensive, and because all my money goes to HYROX, I was like, do I really want to spend that money to run a half just to check it off my bingo board for the year? I could volunteer locally and then get half off. So I think with taxes and fees and all that, it was like $65. So not bad for a half marathon that I earned. My hamstring is on fire. Like, I don't know. I may go to Icebox today. I'm going to go home and shower, get something to eat. Well, I'm going to eat this pizza. They had Domino's pizza and they had some snacks. So I'm going to eat this on my way home and then figure out what I want for lunch. I tried Chop for the first time this week, and it was really good. So I may go back to Chop today. Usually when I find something I like, I like to eat it a couple times. So I may go to Chop today, and maybe I'll try something else, but I earned it, and calories don't count today because I ran 13 miles. Sunday. 6 days after I did my 7th HYROX in Miami. So hello, I earned some food, and I'm going to meal prep and get back on it tomorrow and stay focused for 2 months until HYROX New York. But I did it. Like, I would say mile 6, I started to feel my hamstring I felt the whole time. But mile 6, I started to feel my left knee, and then I started to feel my right knee a little bit, and then went back to my left, and then that like leveled out, and then it was just my hamstring like screaming the entire time. So I kept, when I did my run or my first half marathon 6 months postpartum, I had like a 10.5-minute pace. So 9:36, I'm proud of that. Like, I was trying to keep a 10-minute pace, like that was my goal. And so, you know, maybe I'll do another one at the end of the year. I want to choose a flat course. This was Columbia, and hopefully, like, once my hamstring gets better, I won't do another one unless my hamstring is better. But I did it. I finished my first one. I got a feeling my camera is like moving. Okay, maybe it's not. I don't know. Maybe it's me. But I finished. So I'm excited. I was just like, please let me finish. Like, body, I was praying the whole time. Like, praying that my body just allowed me to get through these 13.1 miles. My watch, I did the Nike app. It said 13 miles. So I started it right when I crossed the finish line or the start line. So I'm not sure. But anyways, I finished. Yeah, I'm going to go home and shower, possibly go to Icebox today. I no longer have a membership, but I may do a drop in and get some work done and probably do the leg compressions and sit my butt down for maybe a month. I'm debating if we're going to do a 5-mile run or do a HYROX simulation on May 16th. And then we have HYROX the first weekend in June. So that's the plan. So yay, it's done. I'll probably do more of an update, like to share more about the race, but as of right now, that's it. So see ya. I am all showered and I soaked in some Epsom salt, whatever. I soaked for about 30 minutes and then I showered, got dressed, and I am sitting outside Icebox. I have not been to Icebox since probably November, early December. And so I'm going to see if this helps my hamstring. My hamstring is like screaming at me. I hate you. Why did you do that? So yeah, again, I'm hoping the lady gets me off her cancellation appointment so I can like get some pain relief. But I'm going to go I'm going to go to Icebox. And then when I get home, I'm going to take some like ibuprofen or something, like, and some pain. So, and then sit my butt down for the rest of the day. Well, I am going to go to Chopped and probably get a salad. And then I need to go to Costco and maybe Sam's. And then I'm going to go home and sit my butt down for a little bit. I was going to go to get a pedicure, but Luna's, wanted to go with me. So I'm probably going to wait till tomorrow and get my toes done with her. And yeah, so let's go to Icebox. just left Icebox, and I did the box, which you're in there for 3 minutes, and I did the insane level, which is, I think, the highest level. Not I think, but which is the highest level. And that's where I was when I was doing it back in November. So I'm like, let's just pick back up right where I left off. So it felt great. And hopefully tonight I'll sleep well. Hopefully I'll have some pain relief. Hold on a second. I gotta take this call. Okay, not sure where I left off, but I had to take that call. So yeah, I just left the box, and I'm about to, they have Normatecs at Icebox, but I also have a membership at OneLife. And so I am going to go to OneLife and probably sit in there for about 20 to 30 minutes. And then I'll head to Chopped, grab me a salad, and then go do my running around. Because I don't want to have to do running around tomorrow. I want to go ahead and get my meal prep done tomorrow. So more recovery and yeah, meal prep. I went to OneLife and I did the Normatecs for 30 minutes, and then I did the red light therapy for 10 minutes. And then I left there. Well, before I left, I ordered me a salad from Chopped. Chopped just opened like 2 weeks ago here, and I ordered it on the app. Normally places I like to like watch them make my food. Chopped, they make it in the back so you can't see anyway, so this saved me time from having to wait inside. So I just downloaded the app and ordered me a salad. I went earlier this week, and then I tried a different one. I was gonna get the same one, but I was like, let me try something different. But I stopped at Trader Joe's so I can get my chicken sausage for my meal prep this week. So I did stop at Trader Joe's on my way to Chop. I got the Mediterranean hummus bowl. Earlier this week, I got the chicken tinga warm. It's a warm salad. And they put the dressing. I did it on the kiosk. So you can order either on the kiosk or order on the app. There is a register up front, so you probably can't order up front. But I ordered from the kiosk, and I wish I put the dressing on the side. Like, they dredge it in dressing. And I like to put, not a full amount of dressing on my salad. So ordering on the app, it did say on the side. So I got both dressings on the side, which was, I think, a balsamic chopped vinaigrette, or maybe just a chopped vinaigrette. Then a fiery feta dressing as well. I got that on the side. So, and I did get the bread. Hello, 13.1 miles today. I earned that piece of bread. So I know I said I was going to go to Costco, go to Sam's. Like, I'm going to sit my butt down. My hamstring is like, girl. So I'm going to go get some ice. I'm going to go home, and I'm going to relax for a second. And then I may do like a recap video of like my half marathon and my thoughts and all that. But this looks amazing. So I'm ready to go home and eat and just chill out for a little bit. And then we'll see what else, whether I decide to go to Costco later today or just go first thing in the morning when they open tomorrow. So thanks for hanging out with me today. Trying to do like a vlog style of like my half marathons and what I'm doing for recovery afterwards. So yeah, let's go home and eat. I finally made it back home, and I have not eaten my chopped salad, but I wanted to do my half marathon race recap. And I thought, like, nobody's here. So I was like, let me get it done. One, before I get upstairs and relax, and then get too comfortable. And then I don't want to do it, or I push it off. And I think I kind of look cute with my shirt, my Gamecock shirt. Still love the Lady Gamecocks, even though they didn't win the championship. So I'm representing today. And so let's get into it. I completed my second half marathon this morning. I did my first one 6 months postpartum with Luna. She just turned 7 last month. And so this was 6.5 years ago since I did my first half marathon. And I finished that one in about 2 hours and 18 minutes. So my initial goal, was to complete that quicker than that one, or complete the one this morning quicker than my first one. that was the first goal. I also said that I would love to get in under 2 hours, but I would have to hold like a 9-minute pace. And coming off of HYROX, dealing with my hamstring issue. That's the reason why I'm sitting. Normally I stand and do these videos, but I'm like, I've been moving since the race. And so I was like, let me sit my butt on this floor and do this recap. So that is the reason why I'm sitting, because my hamstring. So holding that pace, I know, was ambitious, but I mean, hello, if you don't shoot for the moon, you won't land amongst the stars. So I shot for the moon, and I'm fine with where I was. 2:05:45, not bad for, again, I did no specific training, no long runs, nothing. So the most I probably ran was when I do HYROX, and that's about, including the rock zone and all the running, maybe 6 miles. So no 10 mile, 12 mile, no half marathon prep. Okay, so keeping that in mind, I'm pretty darn proud of myself. And I just did HYROX on Sunday. 6 days later, I just completed this half marathon. So yay me. I want to discuss like what I did in preparation the day before, how I fueled, whether I worked out, adjustment, all of that. So no, I did not work out. I brought my clothes to work that I had time in between classes, and I was like, I'll walk. And I did not work out. Initially, I was like, yeah, I'll at least just walk, but I decided and opted out of working out. Like, I'm learning to give my body a chance to recover so that when it comes to these races that I'm ready, well prepared. So I was okay with not working out yesterday. I didn't get around to getting an adjustment, which I wanted to, and that's okay. Again, I'm dealing with hamstring issues, but I scheduled an appointment, hopefully to have some relief soon. So how I fueled the day before my race, that morning, our bathrooms are out at the studio. So I didn't want to eat my breakfast too early. I have an hour in between my first 2 classes and then my third one. So I didn't eat until in between that break so that I could leave and go to, if I need to use the bathroom. I actually did the Normatecs at the gym. So I ate my breakfast, did some admin work, and then I had enough time to go and do the Normatec. So I did do that for my legs and was able to use the bathroom there. And then I came back. I had to coach my third class. And then I had one more class. And so once I got done, that was the first time I ate. I had Chipotle, and I had just the rice, the chicken, a little bit of salsa, a little bit of the vegetables. I had a sprinkle of cheese, and then just a little bit of lettuce on top. Like, I wanted to minimize my fiber intake because, again, you already get the runner's poo anyway. So I'm like, I didn't want to be having to go to the bathroom because I had so much fiber the day before. That was the first meal. And then I didn't eat until later on. We had to volunteer for the race. And so I volunteered from 4 to 8. And then I came home, I made some pasta, just some regular pasta. I have like high protein pasta, but again, trying to minimize my fiber intake. So I had pasta, and then I had pasta noodles, ground beef, some salsa, and then Luna loves, she says cheese pizza, but it's Little Caesars cheese bread. And we love it too, especially if you get it when it's like piping hot fresh and they just put it in the kiosk for you to grab. It's so good. And plus the salsa, well, they have a new one where you get 4 different flavors. Normally we just get the plain cheese, but it had pepperoni, bacon, jalapeno, and then regular cheese. So I had 2 sticks of that with my pasta last night. And I also had like a protein shake. I think my regular protein shake. So whether I fueled enough, I felt great during my race. So I didn't feel as though I was like needed more fuel. And I'll go into what I consumed during the race. But I think that was enough and fine. And then that was it for the day before. This morning, the first thing I had was a bagel with honey on it. And then later on, I had a Stinger waffle. I did eat the full waffle. And then I just had my salt chews. And then the only other fuel I had for the race was about mile 5.5. I had my first goo gel. And then I had my second one about 9.5. So it could carry me through my last 3 miles. I had my second gel. They had some, like, had a table, one of the races that had water, and then I saw they had goo gel, so I like circled back, grabbed another one because I did have a stinger one, but they had like an orange mandarin or something. It was good. So I did consume that, but that was a fuel for my race. And I was fine. Like, I think the only thing during my race was like some of my body issues, aches and pains, but otherwise I felt fueled. And not as soon as, but when the race was over, they had Domino's pizza. And I did grab a slice to eat in my car, but my stomach was growling. So I was ready to eat by the time I got done with the race. But I think I fueled enough the day before, and I fueled enough the morning of, and I felt good. I did have a Celsius, or no, I had an Alani it as well. I drank probably 3/4 of it. And I think that was like the only fuel that I had for my race. So normally I run in one black leggings or leggings with pockets. So I wanted to try, I ordered a pair of garnet, is it CRZ or CRX? I think it's CRZ Yoga from Amazon. So I wanted to wear the garnet ones with my black top. I got those in. And so because those didn't have pockets, I went this morning. I left a little bit earlier and I stopped by Walmart and got a runner's belt. So I did run with a runner's belt, and I got it so like I put my phone in it as well as my gel and my salt shoes. But I ended up holding my phone the entire 13 miles because I figured it would be too much to keep getting it in and out of. And this is a tight belt. So I just decided, and this is the other stinger gel that I never did use, but I decided just to hold my phone so I didn't have to fool with trying to get it in and out. But it was tight, and probably if I would adjust it and had more time, I literally stopped there at 6:00 in the morning and then went down, and I had my black pants on with my pockets. And then once I got there parked, I like changed in the back seat and put the other ones on. So if I had more time to adjust and it wasn't like kept riding up my shirt and my bib. So I'll probably play around with that for the next time if I use it for another race. So I didn't have any cramping at all throughout the race. So that's what I was excited about. I had one of the salt shoes before the race, and then I had one, I want to say about mile 6 or 7, I took another one. The overall course wasn't bad. I can't say that. We were running on like pebble pavement at one portion downtown. And then the first 5 miles, I'll say it was hilly. It was about 4 or 5 hills. I lost count. And then from miles 5 through 11, I want to say it was not too bad at all. So that was a good thing. We did a loop twice in that same area. So when I did it the first time, I'm like, okay, it's not going to be as bad. It was like slight incline elevation in that area, but it wasn't anything too bad. Now that 11th mile, that was diabolical. It was awful to go up that hill. And then I think my pace was at like 13 minutes. Once I got to the top of it, I was struggling. Like that was rough to finish. It wasn't bad enough where I said I could do it again. Now I did hear the 5K course, they got stopped by a train for like 5 minutes. Now that I probably would have been highly upset about. But luckily we didn't get stopped by a train because I would have been a little ticked off if we got caught up in front of a train. So on my bingo board, my 2026 goals was to complete a half marathon. And so there was one in Savannah this weekend that I would love to have done. It was about 2+ hours away. So think travel, think hotel, and then the cost of the race was like HYROX prices, and I'm already paying enough for HYROX. So this one was local, even though it is hilly, everything around here, I got 50% off. So I ended up paying like $65 to race. So that was one of the other factors as to why I ended up doing this race. And one, I got to check something else off of my bingo board, which I'll have to do a video to update like how my progress is going with my goals for 2026. I'm glad I did it, got it done, and can now move on to another one. Will I do another one? I don't know. We'll see. During the race, I think I already mentioned it before, but I want to say around mile 5, as soon as I started, I felt like my hamstring like really starting to bother me. And then I think around mile 5 or 6, my right knee and then my left knee, which I normally do, and I brought my brace and I didn't put it on because I haven't had issues for HYROX. And I'm like, I'm still wearing the brace and I think it's just a crutch, and I didn't wear it, and I kind of felt like I should have, but eventually it subsided and went away. But then my hamstring was like screaming at me the entire time, which is why I did a lot of rehab today after the race. And then I have an appointment. One of the members at Orange Theory, she recommended someone that does myofascial release, and she was having some hamstring issues, and she said she felt great afterwards. So I do have an appointment, not until May, but she did put me on the wait list, so hopefully she can get me off so I can have some pain relief from my hamstring issues. So that was like the pains. My foot, right foot, again, which always has issue, had some numb issues, but it worked out itself. Again, I've not run this long and probably since I did my last half marathon 6.5 years ago. Once the race was over, they had vendors there. We didn't visit them except the beer one. I got a mimosa and gave it to somebody else. But then they had pizza, they had snacks. So I did grab a slice of pizza to eat in the car, and then I grabbed some snacks for Lou to have later. But overall, I mean, beautiful day. I couldn't have asked for better weather. It wasn't too hot. It was just like perfect. So yeah, so that's my half marathon recap. Maybe potentially if I did one, I would want to do one on a flat course, not around here. And there's nothing that is flat or in this area. So maybe Savannah, Myrtle Beach, if I would do another half marathon on something that's like a flat course, but I would consider doing it again, maybe doing a little bit more training, for it, but I'm just excited and happy that I did it. So some of the rehab that I did today. So as soon as I showered, I went to Icebox, which I hadn't been since like November, December. And I went and got in the box, 3 minutes. I missed them. And so it was nice to, one, hopefully help with recovery, and hopefully I'll sleep good tonight and my body will feel good tomorrow. Some pain relief. I am going to take a ibuprofen once I go upstairs to eat and enjoy my salad, but I'm in pain. So I did do that. And then afterwards I have a gym membership and they have the Normatec. So I went and did the Normatecs. I did the red light therapy. And so, yeah, so that was a lot of the rehab that I did. I'm going to go get a bag of ice and put some ice on my hamstring so that hopefully that'll help. And then, like I said, take an ibuprofen, but it's done. Oh, let me show you the medal. This is the medal that I got. So this is my medal, half marathon finisher, another medal to add to the wall back there. This is the shirt they gave. Normally I wear the shirt, but I didn't wear the shirt, but this is the shirt that they gave us. And then this is my bib. When I did my first half marathon, again, 6.5 years ago, my pace was about 10.5. This one, my pace was 9:36. So, and again, my finish time was 2:05:45. I finished 17th place out of 26 in my division, and then 116 out of 243 in my gender. So pretty proud of myself. I accomplished something that I set out to do this year, and on to the next. So we'll see what's next. I need to sit down for a little bit. I have HYROX New York in 2 months. So I'm going to take this time to like kind of rehab this hamstring so I can feel a lot better. Nothing crazy planned anytime soon, which I'm glad about that because I don't need to do anything crazy. So if you stuck around this long, make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you for following along, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.